Muskegon Channel, the Andy and Dave Daily. Take a look at Dave fishing for some attention over there. What are we looking at?
This is my jacket.
Oh.
Just enjoying it.
I thought it was your nice pastel-colored shirt and pink tie.
No, this is just a gray shirt with a pink tie.
Oh, is it gray?
Yeah.
No, it looks kind of pastel green from here. Well, it does.
I don't know what to tell you,
Your lighting sucks. What can I say? And you're the TV guy. You're the one supposed to get this stuff right, not me.
Hey, I'm not technical when it comes to lighting or other things. So
I'm not technical when it comes to lighting or pushing the start button on a computer.
Okay, come on. Let that go. I couldn't find it. It wasn't where it was supposed to be.
Of course not.
Buttons are hard to find.
Buttons are difficult. What'd you do this weekend? Anything good?
Oh, nothing much. Max had his first baseball game.
Fun.
Struck out his first time, then got a couple of hits, so that was good. They got beat, but he had fun, and that was cool. And then it rained.
I do assume that you took him to the car and gave him a good licking when he struck out.
Oh, yeah, I screamed at him. What are you doing?
That's what you do.
What are you doing?
This whole thing about being your kid's best friend? No. Bad idea.
No.
Kid strikes out, you give him the what for.
There you go. You give him a talking to. And he's lucky I didn't make him walk home after they lost.
I would have thought about it.
But I thought, it's about a 30-mile walk. So
is that all? Oh,
that would have been excessive. If it was just like 15 miles, he could have walked or hitched. Right. As long as it was I just tell him, no unmarked vans.
Yeah.
Okay, if somebody's saying, hey, I've got some candy, you say no.
Yeah, and if somebody's got that Molly Hatchet thing on the side of their van, those are the people you want to hang with.
Molly Hatchet?
You've seen them, with the big dragon thing on the side of the van. Yeah, that's what
I never
you
really
want.
got that. Yeah.
Those are good people right there.
Just plain folk.
Just plain old folk. What are we doing here? What?
I was going to ask you how you asked me how my weekend was. Oh. I was going to reciprocate and pretend that I cared about yours.
Okay, well, it started off fine. Friday night I was still home alone on my own. Cindy was in California. And then Friday afternoon, I got the word that Berlin was canceled for Saturday night because it was going to be too cold and rainy.
Yeah.
So that kind of put me in a funk. Saturday. Let me think Saturday. Got out, drove around, looked for dinner. Nothing looked good, so I just drove back home. And didn't
okay. Now, wait, is Cindy home now?
She got home last night, yep.
Okay.
Yep. It was, so,
you don't know what to do with yourself when she's not there, do you?
It's getting to that point. It really is. I just kind of immersed myself in documentaries and I did put the air conditioner in when she was gone.
Oh, so you were somewhat productive.
A little productive, yeah.
Yeah. See, this is what I don't get. A lot of married guys that I know kind of enjoy the time they get to themselves. So women the same way. Because usually especially if you have kids too.
Yeah.
Anytime you get to yourself,
right,
just to be alone and just hang out, is like a blessed occasion. You don't seem to feel that way.
It's not, but she's my best friend. We do everything together. And I'm not saying that as an awe moment or anything like that, but she's my companion.
Yeah.
That's if I go do something with somebody, that's who I go do it with.
The other half of your whole.
Excuse me. I even thought about calling my buddy Rob on Saturday
night
and saying, hey,
that would be great.
It would, but it's like, it doesn't feel right. I don't want to.
Wait,
grab a steak, man. Let's go. Let's go get something to eat. And I didn't do it.
You could have called me.
I could have.
You could have. You decided not to. I don't want to make this an awkward moment at all. But
right.
Maybe.
Well,
we could have done.
You're kind of an expensive date. I can't afford steaks for everybody.
I just like to be made to feel special.
You are special.
Okay. Are we gonna stop with this?
You're the one that started it.
Okay.
You're the one that wants to be special. Do you want to stop?
All I'm saying is a call would have been nice.
Okay, That's
time.
It.
Next time.
Next time. Yeah, you just sit by the phone and wait for it there.
Okay, we'll do.
What do we
into
got?
It. President Trump said on Sunday that Americans with pre-existing medical conditions will be covered under the Republicans' new Obamacare overhaul. GOP leaders in the House will try to pass the measure as early as this week. However, the latest plan appears to allow states not to include the pre-existing requirement in standard Obamacare insurance policies under certain circumstances. What was that for?
Include.
I didn't say include.
Yeah, you did.
I said includes.
You said
I didn't say include. I don't say include.
You said include.
That's not even a word.
You're the
You
one
gotta
that
check
made it up. Don't look at me.
I didn't say include.
Include.
Include, not to include the pre-existing requirement in standard Obamacare insurance policies under certain circumstances. Don't know what those circumstances are, but it's probably in the fine print somewhere. 217 yes votes from the chambers. 238 Republicans will be needed. No Democrats have supported the effort to repeal Obamacare's signature health care law. This is going to fall along party lines, although, like I said, some Republicans are kind of lukewarm still on this. They got to get it hashed out before they bring it to a vote, because it would be extremely embarrassing if you can't get this second one through after bailing the first time around. So
I believe that health care for everybody should be the first priority in the United States. Period. It's got to be. I mean, dude, think about this.
I would put jobs ahead of health care.
Okay, but
if you don't have a job,
Here's the thing. All right, so a few weeks ago, I go to the hospital because I had the flu, and you know me, when I get the flu, I usually end up going in for fluids or whatever.
Or you could just stay at home.
It was almost $2,000 to get a chest X-ray for pneumonia, and this is when everybody had it. I mean, I wasn't like the only one going to the hospital with this stuff. Mm-hmm. Chest X-ray for pneumonia, bag of fluids, breathing treatment, and in and out. It's ridiculous. People can't afford that stuff. If they need to go to the doctor, they need to go to the doctor.
I absolutely believe that if they need to go. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm not necessarily throwing you in this. But okay. I remember when I was a kid, we all got the flu. Everybody got the flu at some point.
Yeah, but you didn't
stay at home, you get fluids, you rest, and
you don't even stay at home.
Didn't
you
go
to wherever you got to go because
I still go to work. Yeah.
Yeah,
because my job doesn't entail heavy lifting. I'm not going to pass out. I'm fine.
But you're going to spread it to everybody else that you ever met.
You're going to get it or you're not going to get it. Okay. It's not going to have anything to do with me. People are germophobic. People freak out when they get it's the flu. Okay. This isn't the plague. You're not going to die if you don't go to the doctor unless you're old. If you're a really old person, those things can be serious issues. But people going to the doctor forever, especially going to the emergency room when they've got a cold, is insane.
Okay, thank you, Dave.
Just stay at home.
Okay.
Relax. Have a nap. Have a lozenge. Whatever. What else is going on? The U.S.-led coalition in Baghdad is facing increasing scrutiny regarding the number of civilian casualties in the fight against the Islamic State group in Iraq. The Pentagon acknowledged over the weekend that there have been more than 350 civilian deaths since the start of their campaign back in 2014. Activists and monitoring groups say that number is much higher. I don't know. I mean, obviously you want to avoid civilian casualties whenever possible, but when a lot of these are like urban conflicts where these guys aren't wearing uniforms.
No.
You don't know. I mean, you're going to have civilian casualties. It's a sad fact of any conflict or war, and I don't know how you avoid that. Unless, like I said, I've always been pro-drone. I'm for using drones in any situation that you can use drones, but this seems to me to be an impossible thing to avoid.
I can tell you how to avoid it. Let them worry about themselves.
We can't isolate ourselves,
Quit being
dude.
a world cop.
We can't isolate ourselves. That's how you have North Korea.
Okay.
You isolate, you forget about let other people take care of it, and then you get crazy people with nuclear weapons.
Okay.
I don't know. What else is going on? The Michigan Department of Transportation, we touched on this a little bit last week. They plan to post the new 75-mile-per-hour speed limit signs along 131 between M57 and Cedar Springs and the end of the expressway in Manton. The change was mandated in a new state law passed and signed in 2016 requiring speed limits on some state roads to be set based on the speed that 85% of traffic is usually moving. That's a good idea. 85% of the people are doing something stupid. Let's just make that the law. 75. That's fine. No problem at all. Sure, 2,000 more people are going to die this year because you made this law, but let's just make that the law. That's fine. It's asinine.
Listen, Grandma, people have places to get, okay? And if they're driving around what are you driving, a Gran Torino? Is that what you said you were
Grand Marquis, 2001 Marquis.
Oh, a Grand Marquis. All right.
Yes.
Cool. You know what? You drive around with your Afghan all you want. I'm just tired of getting. I'll do 75, 80 on the highway
Well, now you're going to have to do 90, 95.
But that's the thing. They're already doing that.
Well,
They go by me like I'm standing still.
That's the whole point. That's why jumping the speed limit up to 75 is moronic. It's stupid. You are going to kill people by doing this because people are already driving too fast anyway.
You are the dumbest idiot I've ever come across in my life. First thing, you're telling people not to go to the hospital if they're sick, okay? You got the flu, stay home. I'm going to go around like a petri dish and get everybody I've ever met infected. Then I'm going to piss and moan about the speed limit because people are going to die. Hey, dude, figure yourself out, would you?
First of all, the worst place to go one of the worst places to go when you're sick is a hospital because those are germ farms anyway.
Right.
There's more germs more people die in hospitals than die anywhere else. Secondly, the whole point of speed limits, the reason speed limits were even created was to lessen the number of traffic deaths. Now you jump it up, more people die. Now I got going up to 65, 70. That's fine. You're going to kill 2,000 people in 2018 when all these go through. That's what's going to happen. In the next year, 2,000 people are going to die because you jacked the speed limit up to 75.
When somebody takes his job as a TV traffic reporter too seriously.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to save lives, man.
I appreciate that, but let me just. I want to boil something down for you here for a second. You report traffic on TV, correct?
That's true. That's my
you tell
vocation.
people where to watch for accidents. You tell people where to look out for road construction. You tell people, and it's all up to the second.
Yes,
it is. You got that much going on.
Yes.
You got the hotline to the cop shop.
Yep.
You can call direct to dispatch.
I got the Twitters.
You got it all. Let me ask you this: how many people are watching TV in the car?
They watch it before they go out.
Well, that does them no good at that point because by the time they get to where the accident could be, it should be cleared.
No, and getting back to the accidents, and I report on a ton of accidents. Mm-hmm. Almost every single accident I've ever reported on was completely and totally preventable, regardless of the road conditions. Almost every single one.
Wow.
People go too fast. That's why people get in accidents.
I'll tell you what.
They're not paying attention or they're going too fast.
We're going to give you a promotion. You're going to be Dave, the traffic guy that visits schools and talks to kids about traffic accidents.
I'm telling you, you want to save lives, listen to me.
All right, thank you, Dave.
Finally, voters in Oceana County will have 2 millage proposals to consider on Tuesday's ballot that would fund a $20 million project. About $1.9 million will be levied by Proposal 1, generating over $17 million for remodeling, new construction, technology, and furniture. Proposal 2 would generate nearly $3 million for the construction of a new multi-purpose gymnasium. Of course, tomorrow's voting day. You want to get out and vote your heart, vote your conscience, whatever. And these millage things, I think you and I almost always vote for. I think the one thing, though, and I'm not saying vote. This is not a pro or against anything. If it doesn't involve school, the actual academic part, when it comes to like construction of new facilities, especially if it's a gymnasium, that's another one where voters, I think, take a second look. Okay, do we need this or do we not? Now, I'm not saying it's not necessary. It could very well be. It could be something that's falling apart or there could be some badly needed repairs. But that's one of those things where instead of just automatically voting one way or the other, you really take a look at it. I'm sorry I bored you.
What?
I'm sorry.
What?
I forget you have the attention span of a 7-year-old.
What?
So you can't. Okay.
What were you talking about?
All right. Uh-huh.
I heard something about the speed limit and then I lost you. Huh?
God, you're it. Oh. I thought you were one of these pro-education guys. You like talking about this stuff.
I do.
And then Go ahead.
You know what? If they're telling you they need something, they need it.
No question. Let's whatever they say, just go. Yeah. Sign it up.
Do you think they make this stuff up?
I'm not saying they make this stuff up. What I'm saying is, as a voter, you're more apt to say absolutely yes if it's got something to do with the academic side of it. If it's a maintenance on a building, you're more apt to want to check the building out and say, does this really need it? And I'm not saying it doesn't. What I'm saying is it gives a voter pause before they're willing to chuck extra tax money out for something like that. That's all I'm saying. And once again, I'm sorry. Do you want me to condense it down to like 5 seconds so you can pay attention?
Were you talking about something?
Okay.
Did I do
All
it
right.
off?
Do you want me to jump into like a 9-second sports report here so you can pay attention to that? Because that's about all I got in sports.
Let's do it.
Okay, it was the Tigers over the Chi Sox 7-3, finally breaking it seemed like a 7-8 game losing streak. Boston tripled up the Cubs 6-2, and once again, I did not get drafted over the week in the NFL draft. 20 years I've been eligible, and phone still didn't ring.
Well, keep trying.
It's sad.
Dream on, Buckaroo. Your day's coming. I guarantee it. Hey, on the Muskegon channel today, guess what?
What?
Becky's back with another healthy and fit workout. You should start doing her workouts.
That might be a really good idea. I'm seriously thinking about doing that because I feel like I'm getting a little soft. Summer's coming up.
Yep.
I gotta, I do like free weights and I do some crunches. But yeah, I think I need to do stuff that's a little more aerobic, probably.
Well, find her on the Muskegon channel, and you can do your workout that way. When you're at the 20-something bar, you won't feel quite as creepy.
Hey, I was at a bar this past weekend. It was a variety of ages. You had 25, 35, 50.
Wow.
It was lots of fun.
I missed out. I wish I could have been there.
Well, if you would have called me.
I know. Next time.
All right.
You and me, we'll go bar hopping.
Okay.
Say goodbye, Dave.
See ya.